Welcome back to another race, you guys. My name is Tyler, and tonight concludes the Morgan Cup at the Williams Grove Speedway for the World of Outlaws return to the track. Last night, we saw Carson Macedo pick up the win on night number 1 at Williams Grove and made it World of Outlaws 2, Pennsylvania Posse 0 in the 2021 campaign. With this win, Carson Macedo held off Lance Deweese and Brent Marks to pick up his third World of Outlaws Series win, and him and David Gravel edged ever slightly closer to the big cat Brad Sweet, who is still on top of the point standings. Like I said, tonight concludes the racing action at Williams Grove Speedway for the Morgan Cup, and last night the track was a lot thicker and only got about halfway up the track in turn 3 and 4. Tonight, I can expect that the track is going to be a little bit slower, widen out, and be slick come feature time. So this is right into the guys' wheelhouse that we typically see be really good at Williams Grove from the PA Posse, like the hard charger from last night, Freddie Raymer. Danny Dietrich is always good here. Anthony Macri is going to be good. And then, of course, Lance Deweese, competing on the same track with guys like Donnie Schatz, Brad Sweet, David Gravel, and Sheldon Haudenschild. This is what makes the Pennsylvania Posse versus the World of Outlaws the best rivalry in all of motorsports. So let's get started, you guys. The World of Outlaws return to the Williams Grove Speedway. Let's go. 40 cars showed up to the track tonight at Williams Grove Speedway, and we're going to go 30 laps around the track in the feature for $15,000 to the winner in the finale of the Morgan Cup and round 3 of the World of Outlaws versus the PA Posse. Fastest in qualifying overall and in Flight 1 was Gio Scelzi. In Flight number 2, the fastest overall was David Gravel. These guys will start on the pole of their heat race, which would be heat race number 1 and then heat race number 3. The top 4 in each flight are going to start on the front row of their heat races. Heat races are going to be 8 laps in distance. The top 2 are going to transfer into the dash, and the top 5 are going to transfer into tonight's main event. Then we'll have a 12-lap B main, and the top 4 will go to the tail of the main event. But before that, like I said, we've got heat races. The top 4 in qualifying from each flight are going to start on the front row, and it's going to be so important that you start up front and finish up front in your heat races to put you in a good spot for feature time. The top 2 will transfer into the dash, like I said, top 5 to the main event. And then we'll have a 6-lap dash, which will set up those top 4 rows in tonight's A main. So let's get right into heat race action. Heat race number 1 had James McFadden starting up front yet again and finishes up front, winning big in heat race number 1. In second was the quick timer on the night, Gio Scelzi. He held off last night's winner, Carson Macedo, to finish in second. Macedo finished in third. Logan, after his struggles last night, after a hard crash in hot laps, finishes in fourth and gets into the feature tonight. And then last night's hard charger, Freddie Raymer, finishes in fifth and will have to come through the field again tonight. Heat race number 2 had the only outlaws being in there, Sheldon Haudenschild and rookie Brock Zierfoss. Brock was on the outside looking in to start this heat and gets into the feature tonight. Sheldon is with him as well, as they both finished in 4th and 5th. Finishing up front, though, was Anthony Macri, out by almost 2.5 seconds over Kerry Madsen. Both of these guys will go into tonight's dash. And then finishing in 3rd was Brent Marks. Race number 3 had Flight 2 quick timer David Gravel starting on the pole, and he would slip back here at the start. Aaron Reitzel, starting in 4th on the outside of the second row, gets around everybody to the lead by the end of the second turn, but a caution comes out and we would restack him. The same thing, though, on the restart happens. Aaron shoots around the outside, getting by TJ Stutz and David Gravel, and wins huge in heat race number 3. The Roth 80 Sports number 83 looks so strong right now. And then finishing in second was TJ Stutz. Getting by David Gravel about halfway through the race was Lance Deweese, but Lance couldn't get into the dash and not get around TJ Stutz, so he finishes in 3rd. Jacob Allen didn't get into a transfer spot after starting outside of a transfer spot, so he'll go to the B. Heat race number 4 had Kyle Larson starting on the outside of his brother-in-law Brad Sweet, and Kyle wins this one by 2.5 seconds. Brad Sweet holds off a hard-charging Donnie Schatz to get into tonight's dash and start a little bit towards the front. He finished in 14th last night, so Brad's hoping to finish up front and extend his points lead. And then Danny Dietrich came home in 4th after getting passed by Donnie Schatz about halfway through the race. The B main was 12 laps and would transfer in the final 4 cars and was dominated by PA Posse members Ryan Smith, Alan Crimes, Brandon Raymer, and then Tyler Ross would be the final transfer into tonight's main event. Taking a provisional for the World of Outlaws tonight will be Craig Kinzer, and missing out on the feature tonight was Jacob Allen and Wayne Johnson. And then the 6-lap dash would set the top 4 rows in tonight's main event. He was fast in his heat race and will start on the pole after winning the dash. Aaron Reitzel and the Roth Motorsports number 83 starts on the pole of the Morgan Cup tonight. And starting to his outside was quick timer on the night, Gio Scelzi. Gio and Aaron were battling in the dash, but Gio ultimately finished in 2nd and will start on the outside of the front row. The first PA Posse member will be Anthony Macri, starting on the outside of the second row. Anthony looking to hold off Brad Sweet, who's starting up front as well. Lance Deweese, James McFadden, and a whole host of others in a 30-lap feature for $15,000. Here we go. On the start, Aaron Reitzel takes the early lead, and 10th place starter Lance Dewease in just 2 laps is already up inside of the top 5 as Brad Sweet is slipping back to 8th place. With 25 laps to go, Lance Dewease looking to get around Kerry Madsen does just 2 laps later on lap 23, gets around Kerry Madsen running the very bottom, following Gio Scelzi, and Aaron Reitzel is still leading. With 18 laps to go, Aaron is running just a car width off the wall with Gio Scelzi about 2 seconds behind him. In third is Lance, fourth is going to be Kerry Madsen, and running in 5th place was Anthony Macri. Everybody is starting to run all the way around the top, but the bottom is definitely starting to rubber up just a little bit as we get about halfway through the race. Logan Schuchart, Donnie Schatz, and Brad Sweet all battle for 8th, 9th, and 10th. With 12 laps to go, Lance Dewease and Gio Scelzi are battling side by side. Lance is running the very bottom, Gio is ripping the top, all about 2 seconds behind Aaron Reitzel as he's cutting through traffic, running the top as well. Scelzi and Dewease continue their battle side by side for the next 4 laps and are catching up to Aaron Reitzel very quickly. Aaron struggling to get around lap car Brock Zierfoss, moves down to the bottom with 8 laps to go, and Gio Scelzi is right behind him. With 5 laps to go, Aaron has not left the bottom after running the entire feature up around the fence, moved to the bottom with about 8 laps to go, trying to get around lap cars, and is leading Gio Scelzi, who's ripping the fence. With 5 laps to go, Gio just cannot get to him, and Aaron continues to run the bottom. 8 flawless laps left to go here. With 3 laps to go, Aaron is still running the bottom. Lance is in third still, and Gio is still in second. On the white flag, Aaron runs the top in 1 and 2, down to the bottom in 3 and 4, and Aaron Reitzel leads flag to flag, picking up his second World of Outlaws win of the season and his first World of Outlaws win at the Grove. In second was Gio Scelzi, and finishing in third and getting the Hard Charger award tonight was Lance Dewease. Finishing in the middle of the pack were all Sheldon Haudenschild, Carson Macedo, David Gravel, and Brad Sweet, all within a couple spots of each other, so the points probably won't move a whole lot, but Aaron definitely gained a lot of points on those guys, getting the win tonight. Huge win for the number 83 Roth Motorsports team as we continue on through the 2021 season. As always, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications so that you can stay up to date on all the World of Outlaws news and races throughout the season. And until next time, you guys, stay dirty.